All right, let's talk about DT and VT graphs. Got good old Bob running north. When at time 0 he hasn't gone anywhere, his distance is, or displacement is 0. After 1 second he's 8 meters north, 2, 16, 3, 24, 4, 32. Velocity is equal to displacement over time. I guess that's going to be north in this case. So here the velocity is 0 because that hasn't really taken off. But here it's going to be 8 over 1, which is 8, 16 over 2, which is 8, 24 over 3, which is 8, 32 over 4, which is 8. The velocity does not seem to change for his whole trip. We would say that that is uniform velocity. Not uniform motion, uniform velocity. Now if I took this and I tried to graph it, at 1 second he was going, 0, he was at 0, at 1 he was at 8, at 2 he was at 16, at 3 he was at 24, and at 4 he was at 32, and I get a straight line. And if I was by chance to take the slope of this line, it's equal to rise over run. I don't know, beginning to end, it doesn't matter. I am going to get 8 here. And that's what I had as my uniform velocity up above here. So it would seem that the slope of a displacement time graph gives velocity. Yes. And similarly, the slope of just a distance time graph would give not velocity anymore, but it's Siamese brother, speed. So now let's make a VT graph of this motion. The velocity at 1 second was 8. At 2 seconds it was still 8. At 3 seconds it was still 8. At 4 seconds it was still 8. It is a straight line. And leading us a little bit, if the question here is what is the area under this VT graph? So first of all, I'm interested in what is the area of this. Its shape is a rectangle, which is base times height is the formula, which would be 8 times 4, which is 32. And if I go up here to my table of values, I see that 32 was what? It was the total displacement of the trip. So that would be meters, and that would be north. So the area under a VT graph gives displacement. And similarly, the area underneath a speed time graph would give distance traveled. Okay? And that's it. Simple. A few simple things we can get from different graphs. If it's a DT graph, the slope gives me V, and if it's a VT graph, the area under it gives me D.